Hi, I'm Mark Bullock with Videosocials.net and PhoneBlogger.net. And today I just wanted to give you a few tips for having the best possible success with your video socials video recording. So what are the areas that we need to be paying attention to? And this is kind of tactile or logistic, but essentially you don't want distractions from your audience. You want them to be able to see you, hear you, and pay attention to your message. So there's some things that you might want to get out of the way. You might want to get out of the way things that would distract them in your background. You might want to make sure that you've got more light in front of you than you have behind you so that your face is well lit. Don't need to go crazy. Typically a lamp will do the job. It's just you need more light in front of you than you need behind you. And you want to make sure that your equipment is working okay. We'll work through all that with our various ways within the Video Socials community, including our Mondays at 11 troubleshooting calls. But you know, camera, laptop, your internet connection, all come into play. So those are all important. Where should you shoot your video? The easiest way to think about that is wherever you meet with your clients, that's where your prospective clients, that's where is a great place to shoot video. That's not the only place that you could do it from. You could do it from your car if you wanted to, although I don't necessarily recommend it, especially not for a business type video. But you're certainly welcome to experiment anything that you want, but ways to make sure that you know it's going to be okay wherever you meet with your clients and your prospective clients. What should you wear? Well, what do you wear when you sit down with a prospective client or an actual client? How you meet with people one-on-one is perfectly acceptable to be on video. There are a few colors and patterns. You'll want to open up Zoom outside of our meetings, you know, with whatever you want to try out and see how does it look on camera. Fine lines, vertical lines sometimes can give a problem. Some forms of greens don't necessarily work that well. Depends on your camera. That's why you got to experiment a little bit. Which brings me to, you know, what's really the most important thing is, and that is your message. And to help you get over camera shyness and make sure that your audience is getting what they're taking their time to watch the video for, and make sure that they're, you know, all that's happening. Is make it about them, not about you. You're doing this for their benefit. You're doing this to enlighten them, to convey information that they need, or that you feel that they need, and that they can find valuable. And so, really making about them, about you. So if you add a few ums and ahs here and there, as I've done in this video, or you've had to trip over a word or two, it's not that big a deal. It's a conversation, and that's another component that I wanted to bring across. It is a conversation. Be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else for the camera. Be who they would meet if they sat across from you on the desk to have a consultation. Is really my best advice that I can give you. And in closing, appreciate you understanding that every recording that you make is not going to be a home run. It's just not. You go into it planning to get a good practice out of it, and if it turns out great, wonderful. And if it doesn't, you got another chance to practice. We don't hit the ground running and hitting home runs for everything new that we try and everything new that we do. We might get lucky, you know, on a first go. But the reality is that most times it takes practice. And just plan on practicing. And there's nothing wrong with it. All right, guys. Mark with Videosocials.net, PhoneBlogger.net. Hope you found that useful. Take care.